Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video I have a T-Rex makeup tutorial part 2 of this video. Go check out part 1 if you haven't already. First I'm starting off with a naked bald head because I'm going to cover it all and pretend I'm a T-Rex and we don't look at the back because it's not about that, right? Then I'm taking some Prosade on a sponge and I'm just stippling that all over the areas around where the top half of my prosthetic is going to go. And you kind of let that get tacky for a minute. It starts to go clear when it's tacky. Then I'm going to go ahead and press on nice and tightly the top half of my mask. And I did make it in 2 parts so that I could articulate whilst it was on my face. Yes! And celebrate once it's attached, because that's a good time. Obviously I'm repeating the same steps but for the bottom half, so stippling that on the bottom half of my face and attaching it. And of course, you gotta live, like, you know, live it up, have a drink, party on. Alrighty, so next I'm moving on with some liquid latex and I'm wanting to build up the outside seam, and I'm not super concerned about the texture of it because from what I'm aware of, I feel like dinosaurs don't have like super smooth, like supple skin. I mean, that could just be my perception, but either way, that's the look that I was going for. So what I'm doing is literally just taking more cotton and latex and building up the outside layers, stippling that latex on with a sponge or my fingers. I kind of alternate between the two. If I get sick of using a sponge, I use my fingers. If I get sick of using my fingers, I use a sponge. And just like that, I'm doing that all around the entire prosthetic. And then I'm also taking some black face paint and filling in the mouth area, which would have been good to do before I touched the prosthetic, but I just didn't. So you live and you learn. Next, I'm making some little balls of cotton and latex, and I am attaching those like kind of above the brows and down the center of the forehead. Head? Well, it's all forehead when you're bald, so I guess it's the forehead. But yeah, and then I'm just blending that out into the bald cap. This is a plastic bald cap, so that means that you can dissolve the edges with either acetone or 99% alcohol, depending on what, whether it's like super baldies or regular baldies. I used baldies, so I diluted it with acetone, and which means that you can dissolve the edges using acetone too. I'm then taking my black and white face paints and also some chalk pastels and a bunch of sponges, and I'm mixing those up in a palette and literally just stippling that combination all over my body and face. I wanted to make the colors layer by layer, so it was really broken up and you could still see like the different colors peeking through each other color layer. So once I have a nice wash of grey everywhere, like around my body, I'm kind of leaving the prosthetic part kind of last. Once I've got that layer of grey on, I'm then going in with some green and yellow mixed together and stippling that all over the colouring that we've already done. And like I said, I want it to be a really broken up, like I want the colours to be really broken up, so it's not just like one flat singular colour. I was using a variety of different sponges, like sea sponges, car sponge, and also stippling sponges, if I could get that word out. And I'm literally just taking all different colours, like the greys, the greens, the browns, and stippling all of those colours to give that very textured, I guess, scaly appearance, because obviously that is what we want if we're a dinosaur, and that's what we're going for. I also just had like a little bit of spray water in a spray bottle, which was really handy because I could just literally spray the sponges and then just wipe my chalk pastels onto the sponges, which worked really well and was very, very easy to do rather than scraping them off and like kind of decanting them and all that sort of stuff. Obviously I'm just taking that yellow now and just stippling all over everywhere to again get that broken up colour. And because dinosaurs, they're kind of camouflagey. If you've ever seen any of the Jurassic Park movies, then you'll know that they got that real good camouflagey thing going on. And yeah, so that's what I'm going for. So next I've got my black face paint, and I'm obviously putting that around the eyes and kind of in the eye sockety kind of part. I'm not going too close to my waterline because getting face paint in your eye isn't like the best thing in the world. So I'll go in with some eyeliner later on to get really right in there. Excuse me. And then I'm also stippling around some of that brown once again around the edges of the black to kind of like diffuse it. We've got some Mad Panda eye going on. She needs some concealer up in there or something. Then I'm taking that yellow once again and I'm just going on like the kind of high points. So the eyebrows, that little foreheady do-blacky thingy thing. Then I'm taking an old toothbrush. Don't use a toothbrush that you use or have used, I'd say. This is my special effects toothbrush and I use it for this thing in particular. So what I've just done is sprayed it with some of that water and that yellow and just literally splattered that colour, the yellow, all over to again further break up the colours. And as you can see, I'm putting the black eyeliner that I was saying before into my waterline and snack break because this is tiring work. Then I'm taking the white face paint and my toothbrush again and flicking that paint all over to really break everything up because it just gives such a good effect, you know? Then once I've done some little touch-ups all around the place, I'm taking this black and brown eyeshadow and mixing those together and starting doing some shading around the points that I really want to stand out on the face. And I'm also taking a little tiny brush as well to really define all around those little ridges that we created above the brows and also on the forehead to really further bring them out. Then I'm taking just those same shadows once again and just really kind of dirtying up around the mouth to get a little bit more definition, and then setting the eyelids with that black shadow and again just dirtying around the mouth. Then I'm taking a contouring brush. Probably don't use one as dense as this, but I'm taking that black and brown once again, or black and grey, maybe all of the colours, and I'm doing some contouring around the temples sort of area and just kind of bringing some more definition into the actual face shape so it's not so like flat looking. Then I'm taking the black from my Beauty Killer palette because it's a fantastic black. And I'm just doing some more definition down onto the chest and neck, and also buffing out some of that head contouring as well. Then I'm taking a matte white shadow just from that same palette I was using before, and I'm going onto the highest points of all those little ridges and bumps that we defined before with the black. Then going in with a bit of mascara just to coat my lashes and blend them in with the blackness around the eyes, and then further defining anywhere that may have lost a little bit of definition. And I wanted to really define the shape around the teeth as well, like you'd see on like a skeleton or something like that. So I just did that with the same black shadow and the same technique that I used before. Also, feel free to stop here if you don't want your dinosaur / lizard or Dr. Connors, whatever you would like to call this look. If you want to leave it without the blood and a little less glory, go for that and feel free to do so. But I wanted mine to be extra, I guess, and so I just added a bunch of blood around the teeth. I used a little brush to get in all the nooks and crannies, and I also used like different sponges. I mixed some with water, but if you've got water activated paints on your face, that's not a good idea, which I didn't think about. So don't do that. But yeah, I just kind of diluted some of the blood because it was super thick. But if you've got a more runny blood, then go ham and just get that ish on there. Flick it on with a toothbrush, and just like that, you've got a deliciously beautiful, gorgeous little dinosaur. And there we have the final look. And can I just say how hard it is to pose as a dinosaur? Like, girl, I don't know what dinosaurs do. Anyways, So this was my dinosaur makeup tutorial, or a T-Rex rather, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. It was literally so much fun to create, and it's probably my most favoriteest makeup look ever. It's like high-key terrifying, and it's fantastic. I love it. This also would have been really cool if I had some like lizard contacts or scleras or something like that. But anyways, I've really enjoyed this look and I hope you loved it too. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you want to see me do something specific, let me know in the comment section. Also, give this video a thumbs up while you're there. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video.